Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about personalized safety plans. The following steps represent my plan to try to increase my safety and prepare for the possibility of future abuse or violence. Although I do not have control over my partner's actions, I do have options about how to respond to those actions based on my experience and what I know about my partner. Step 1. Safety during a violent incident. People cannot always avoid abusive incidents. In order to increase safety, persons who are experiencing abuse and/or violence in a relationship may use a variety of strategies. I can use some or all of the following strategies. A. If I decide to leave, I will practice how to get out safely. What doors, windows, elevators, stairwells, or fire escapes could you use? B. I can keep my wallet and car keys ready and put them in a safe place in order to leave quickly. 3. I can tell someone about the violence and ask them to call for help if they hear suspicious noises coming from my house. I can also tell somebody about the violence and ask them to call the police if they hear suspicious noises coming from my house. I can teach my children how to use the phone to contact help. I will use a code word with my children and or friends so that they will know to call for help. And if I have to leave the house, I will go somewhere even if I don't think there will be a next time. Or I plan to go somewhere even if I don't think that. If I cannot go to the location above, then I can go to 2 other backup locations. Super, super important. I can also teach some of these strategies to some or all of my children. When I expect we are going to have an argument, I will try to move to a space that is lowest risk, such as try to avoid arguments in the bathroom, garage, kitchens, near weapons, or in rooms without access to an outside door. I will use my judgment and intuition. If the situation calls for it, I can give my partner what they want to calm them down. I have to protect myself until my children and I are out of danger. Step 2, safety in my own residence. There are many things that a person can do to increase her safety in his or her own residence. It may be impossible to do everything at once, but safety measures can be added step by step. Safety measures I can use include A. I can change the locks on my doors and windows as soon as possible. B. I can replace wooden doors and steel metal doors. I can install security systems including additional locks, window bars, poles, wedge against doors, and an electronic system. D, that was C. For letter D, I can purchase rope ladders to be used for escape from second floor windows. E, I can install smoke detectors and purchase fire extinguishers for each floor of my house or apartment. F, I can install an outside lighting system that lights up when a person is coming close to my house. G, I will teach my children how to use the phone to make a collect call to me and to a friend, faith leader, or someone else in the event that my partner takes my children. H, I will tell people who take care of my children which people have permission to pick up my children and that my partner is not permitted to do so. The people I will inform about the pickup permission include a school, daycare, babysitter, Sunday school, and other teachers, neighbors, and friends. That my partner no longer resides, or tell them that my partner no longer resides with me and they should call for help if my partner is observed near my residence. Step 3, sexual safety training or safety planning. Sexual assault is any kind of sexual conduct that you didn't consent to, regardless of your relationship. Your partner may make you feel like it is your duty to have sex because of your relationship, or make you feel bad about sex and sexuality in other ways. Your partner may also control what happens in the bedroom in a way that makes you feel unsafe or at risk of contracting STDs, STIs, like HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, or HPV. Do you know or suspect that your partner is having sex with other people? Do you feel you may be at risk for HIV or STIs? Have you ever tested positive or received treatment for STIs? And have you noticed anything different about your body that is causing you a concern? Step 4, safety when preparing to leave. People who are managing abuse and violence in a relationship sometimes leave the residence they share with the partner. Leaving must be done with a careful plan in order to increase safety. Partners often strike back when they believe their partner is leaving the relationship. I can use some or all of the following safety strategies. I will leave money and an extra set of keys with someone so I can leave quickly. I will keep copies of important documents or keys at someone's house. I will open a savings account to increase my independence. Other things I can do to increase my opportunities to make my own decisions include the domestic violence program's hotline number. I can seek shelter by calling this hotline. You can call the Virginia Family Violence and Sexual Assault Hotline, and you will get the number of your local domestic violence program. I can keep my cell phone on me at all times. I understand that if I use my cell phone and my partner gets a hold of the phone or sees the bill, they may have access to the numbers that I have called. I will check with two people, to see who would be able to let me stay with them and lend me some money. I can leave extra clothes with someone. I will sit down and revise my safety plan every so often in order to plan the safest way to leave my residence. Domestic violence advocate or friend has agreed to help me review this plan, and I will rehearse my escape plan as appropriate. I will practice with my children. Step 5, safety with a protective order. Many respondents of protective orders follow the order, but one can never be sure who will obey and who will violate protective orders. I recognize that I may need to ask the police and the court to help enforce my protective order. The following are steps that I can take to help enforce my protective order. I will keep my protective order in a location and always keep it on or near your person. If I change bags, that's the first thing that will go in it. I will keep copies of my protective order to police departments in the community where I work, in those communities where I usually visit family or friends, and in the community where I live. I can call the local department or the local domestic violence program if I have problems with or questions about my protective order. I will inform my employer, my minister, my rabbi, faith leader, close friends, and others that I have a protective order in effect. If my partner destroys my protective order, I can get another copy from the clerk of court. If my partner violates the protective order, I can call the police or go to the magistrate and report the violation. If the police do not help, I can contact my domestic violence advocate, my attorney, and or the Commonwealth attorney, the Attorney General, for those of you who don't live in Virginia, and I can file a complaint with the Chief of Police or the Sheriff. I can also file a show cause petition with the clerk of court in the jurisdiction where the protective order was issued. If my partner commits a new crime, I can file a private criminal complaint with the magistrate in the jurisdiction where the crime was committed. I can call the domestic violence program to help as well. Step 6, safety on the job and in public. Each person must decide if and when they will tell others that their partner has been abusive to them and that they may be at continued risk. Friends, family, and coworkers can help create safety. Everyone should consider carefully which people to invite to help them feel more secure. I might do any or all of the following. I can inform my boss, the security supervisor, and someone else at work of my situation. I can ask someone to help screen my phone calls at work. When leaving work, I can take precautions. When driving home, if problems occur, I can have a plan. If I ride the bus or the metro, I can have a plan. And I can use different grocery stores and shopping malls to get what I need, and I can shop at hours that are different from those my partner might expect. I can use a different bank and take care of my banking at hours that are different from those I used to when I was with my partner, and I can do so much more as well. Step 7, safety and drug or alcohol use. Many people use alcohol. Many use mood-altering drugs. Much of this use is legal and some is not. The legal outcomes of using illegal drugs can be very hard on a person. Many hurt their relationship with their children and put them at a disadvantage in other legal actions with their partner. Therefore, people should carefully consider the potential cost of the use of illegal drugs. Beyond this, the use of any alcohol or other drugs can reduce a person's awareness and ability to act quickly to protect themselves from their partner. Furthermore, the use of alcohol and other drugs by the partner may give them an excuse to use violence. Therefore, in the context of drug or alcohol use, it's important to consider specific safety plans. If drugs or alcohol use has occurred in my relationship with my partner, I can enhance my safety by some or all of the following. If I'm going to use, I can do so in a safe place with people who understand the risk of violence and are committed to my safety. I can also do other things. If my partner is using, I can make a plan. I can make a plan B, and to safeguard my children, I can make a plan. Step 8, safety and my emotional health. The experience of being battered and abused in other ways, verbally, sexually, financially, etc., is exhausting and emotionally draining. The process of building a new life for myself takes much courage and incredible energy. To conserve my emotional energy and resources and to avoid hard emotional times, I can do some of the following, or all of the following. If I feel down and ready to return to a potentially abusive relationship, I can make a plan. When I have to communicate with my abuser, or in person or by phone, I can make a plan for that. I can try to see, quote unquote, I can statements with myself, or try to use these statements with myself and be assertive with others. I can tell myself something encouraging whenever I feel others are trying to control or abuse me. I can read something to help me feel stronger. I can call at least 3 people as other resources to support me. I can do other things to help me feel stronger. And I can identify 3 of them. I can attend workshops and support groups at the Domestic Violence Program or 3 other places to gain support and strengthen my relationship with other people. Step 9, items to take when leaving. If you leave your partner, it is important to take certain items with you. Some people also give an extra copy of papers and an extra set of clothing to a friend in case they have to leave quickly. When I leave, I should take the following items. These items might be best placed in one location so that if we have to leave in a hurry, I can grab them quickly. Most important, identification for myself, children's birth certificates, my birth certificate, social security cards, school and vaccination records, money, checkbooks, ATMs or debit cards, credit cards, keys, including house keys, car keys, office keys, etc., driver's license and registration, and medications. Some other items you may want include welfare identification, work permits, green cards, passports, divorce papers, medical records, lease and rental agreements, the house deed and or mortgage payment book, bank books, insurance papers, small saleable objects, address books, pictures, jewelry, children's favorite toys or blankets, and items of special sentimental value. And here are some important phone numbers: domestic violence program, police department, home, school, and work, your work phone number, supervisor's home number, minister, rabbi, or other faith leader, and more. And this was brought to you by the Family Violence and Sexual Assault Virginia Hotline, free, confidential, 24 hours a day. Don't think anything else needs to be said. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, follow, and subscribe depending on where you're watching this from. Remember to stay safe out there, and I will see you soon.